Hello, you guys. This is your girl, Jenna, and this is the live portion of So Chanel Chronicles that uh we record over on TikTok. Okay, ain't that right? So make sure you are following us on TikTok so you guys can see the live portion until we grow more over here, and we will certainly go live over here as well. All right. So Chanel Chronicles, we are back in effect with that. Her last video was chock full, y'all. It was chock full. I watched like 85% of it, and I got some clips of it. And make sure you guys watch the videos and catch up, because even people who don't know Chanel or don't know about this storyline, you can easily get into it and get knowledgeable about it, because it's really about really getting people delivered from this type of vibe that she gives. Okay, so we're actually going through some So Chanel Chronicles from the past, and that we're going to talk about, and I'm going to comment on it as of today. Like, some of these videos I did over a year ago, and I did not have the knowledge that I have now biblically, and so I'm able to give even more of a bird's eye view of discernment on Miss So Chanel Chronicles, okay, or Miss So Chanel, okay. So this video that we are going to lightly talk about, it was called So Can't Take Questions and Criticism. And so anybody who cannot take questions or criticism, to me, straight out, you are a Jezebel. You're a Jezebel. This is the Jezebel series. If to be honest, if I knew that she was a Jezebel and she embodied that spirit, I would have probably called it the Jezebel series. But I don't think Jezebel's nice. So Chanel Chronicles is more appropriate for the platforms. But we are going to really talk about two spiritual things that are going on, which is the spirit of Jezebel, and of course Leviathan, which is the god of pride. Thank you for the follows, guys. Make sure you tap that screen. I'm gonna go ahead and tap it here. If you're watching this on YouTube, you know what's up. Thumbs up the video, subscribe if you have not already, cut your notifications on, and of course leave the comment. This platform is for the people who might have been blocked on her platform. Someone who feels like they are petrified to tell the truth because she doesn't want to know the truth, because she really doesn't want to get delivered. And we are here to get people delivered. Even if it's not her, we want to deliver the people who watch her, because I actually read the comments. I very rarely put the comments in with the video, because I don't want you guys to get enamored with the comments. I want you to get enamored with the commentary, which is godly based. Okay, nothing that So Chanel gives is godly based. Okay, it's all about greed. It's all about the flesh. Yesterday she said that she does not want to get rid of her ego, because it's her ego that got her in the place that she is today. And the question of the year is, and where is she? Where is she today? She's in misery. She says she wants you guys to eat from her tree of misery. Okay, somebody said under my comments under that video, she said, your power of discernment is spot on with So Chanel. And I give all God his due, because the only reason why I can see it is because I read his word. It's because I live in that way, and so I'm able to identify it. But just understand, a person who has power of discernment had to go through a lot, had to withstand a lot of issues, had to go through so much. I had to go through so much to grow in this environment. I never thought that I would be a preacher. I'm not a preacher, but I never thought that I would have a platform where I can talk about God, and where I can say how he has moved me, and how that God attached me to this for a season. Just understand that our assignments is only for a season. When it's time for me to move on from it, he'll give me another assignment. In fact, I want you guys to have this prayer, okay? God, give me as many assignments as you need me to have, because the more assignments you have, the longer time you have on this earth. Once you ain't got no assignments, your time is up. Boom! You about to get up there and meet our maker. So we want to live here for a while, at least 70 to 80 years, so we can continuously do his work. And when you do his work, oh, all kinds of things will come into your life. Peace, harmony, the things that you need, all of your needs will always be met according to his riches and glory. So if you're going through something right now financially, which a lot of us are, come on, just understand that God got you, and he just continue to do the course, do your assignment. Proverbs 31 will tell you a lot, ladies, what we're supposed to do is be as women and wives. I encourage you guys to read that. All right, so let's go ahead and listen real quick. Real deep seated issues, traumas, attention issues. And she just loves pain. She loves misery. And so she's trying to inflict pain on the viewers. Don't fall for it, guys. Yeah, watch it. It's entertaining. But try not to let this get into your psyche. See, this is why she has so many people saying, okay. So that's me commenting on this years ago. The word of God says, watch what you what? Hear and what you see. So what I would say today is, I would say, just understand when you watch her, you have to cover yourself in God's word, because I'm going to tell you, anything that enters in your eyes and ears are going to affect you internally. I was watching her video yesterday when she was crying over giving up her dogs, and I too wanted to cry, but I had to tell her, don't cry. Don't do that, because I'm an emotional person, and a Jezebel spirit loves a giver. A Jezebel spirit would never love a person like itself, because a Jezebel spirit is selfish. It's all about themselves. But they gravitate to people who are givers, nurturers, and comforters. That's what they gravitate to. That's what they thrive off of. That's what they grow off of. So watch that, okay? And regular people call it a narcissist, but it's a Jezebel spirit. We love you and this, and she's real. No. Are you prepared to scorch your soul to hurt me? Because you're going to have to dig deep. You're going to have to dig deep to hurt me. You're going to have to go deep to hurt me. Stupid ain't going to get it. You on the surface. That's why stupid hurt you. So you're going to have to dig really deep to hurt me. Okay. So the fact that she said that you're going to have to dig very deep to hurt me says that she wants a friend in her struggle. Says that she wants that person to go deep, deep down into the hole with them, with her. No, we're not going to do that. First and foremost, God says words have life and death. Yes, words can hurt, okay? You ain't got to dig nothing deep. Words can hurt you. So you have to watch what you say to people. Watch what you say to yourself. Okay, so that's a lie. That's Jezebel talking. That's Jezebel who wants a friend to go to hell and all of that and say, look, let's fight. We're not going to fight with Jezebel. What we're going to do is we're going to pack our bags. We're going to leave. And we're going to pray for Jezebel from afar. Because when you're near that type of spirit, it is going to literally drain you. Okay? It can drain you to the point where you're sick mentally, spiritually, or physically. Okay? That's just basically what happens. You will internally be sad. You will internally feel like something's wrong with you. And then it will manifest. It will become, basically outside of you, flesh, something tangible, something you can see. So you have to be careful. Confirm. Confirm. You're going to have to dig real deep to hurt me. And no, I'm not looking for your comment. I'm looking at you. No, honey. Who she looking at is herself. Okay? That's who she looking at. She's looking at herself. See, I've done videos. I know who you're looking at. You're looking at yourself. And she's speaking those words to herself. See, she's mad at herself for whatever's going on that day. She might have been having problems with her husband, her children, her job. Money might be funny. And she said, you know what? Let me go ahead and hit the live button so I can take this out on my viewers. See, sometimes you got to rebuke this in Jesus' name because we don't receive it. Okay? It's entertainment, and that's it. Okay? You on a Thursday, watching me, watch my brows, speak my piece. Dig deep. Dig deep. And that's one thing that since I've been doing this for a long time, I always gave credit where credit is due, which is God. I don't have people who truly want to do this to help her doesn't have to dig deep. I don't have to go down to her level. First of all, I have too much to lose. See, people who want to get you to their level are basically wants to knock you off of your square. So we're not going to do that. We're going to keep it all biblical here. We're going to keep it all that. Back in the day, I didn't even, necessarily keep it biblical as far as that because I wasn't into my Bible. In fact, I'm going to say that So Chanel Chronicles was basically something to get me into the Bible. See, sometimes we know the word, we are covered by God, but we don't read the word. We know the word is in us, maybe because your parents took you to church, maybe because God placed some things there that you commonly would not know, and then you read the Bible and say, "Aha, it's right here." How was the Audible? Yeah, it was great. We were listening to Whitney Houston. I'm sorry, what's her name? Robin Crawford. Okay, so we graduated from the Audible. I got my own Audible on YouTube. Yeah, God just basically told me to go ahead and do this because I didn't wasn't aware that people would listen to Audible. So God said, "Look, won't you go ahead and listen to your own videos on your TT?" Okay, and that's what we're doing. But yeah, uh, let's get back into it, y'all. Let's get back into it. You need me to be down to kick me, but I'm up. So you gotta dig deep to hurt me. She said that several times. That you have to dig deep to hurt her. You have to get down on my level to hurt me, baby. Nobody has to do that. In fact, to a Jezebel spirit, they do not like criticism or questioning or anything. Anything to them, anything that goes against what they're doing, tells them it's wrong, is noise to them. They don't want to hear it, and they feel like it's hate, or they feel like it's this, or they feel like it's that, when it's really something that could literally save their soul. Okay. Thank you, the spiritual life coach. She says, keep spreading the word. We are in such a time this is needed. Yes, we are. And so when I came across this, she literally embodied I hate to say it, every abomination that there could be, and it's not too many, but everything that could literally obliterate everyone around you, including themselves, she embodies. And so that's why this is a part of this channel, is because we're trying to save people. You have to understand, people get caught up in watching people who have thousands of people watching them. In fact, I was one of them, because you get connected to the external part of things. But as you get deeper within your faith and deeper into the word, you realize that those people who have fame have a lot of demons with them. Okay? Because anything that wants to be bigger than God is devilish. You want your name to be praised, So Chanel, whoever is watching, whatever. You want your name to be bigger than God's name. That could never happen. Doesn't matter how good you are. Doesn't matter how many assignments God's given you. You're still not God. We are here to do His work. And the reason why we're saying this is because there's so many devilish things that's going on now. The devil is working. The devil never sleeps. So it's working to get souls. So we have to, as God's children, have to fight to get souls to Christ. And I'm gonna tell you, why is the road of destruction? Narrow is the road to destiny. So it's not saying that, a lot of people are gonna go. A lot of people are not gonna go. It's just not. It is what it is. So that's why God said, if you get to one person, you're good. Because it's literally one by one. Okay? One by one. I really feel like he's my enemy, but I don't want to hurt my children. I'm married to a man that has a demon spirit. How can I get away? Okay, so you want to refer to your word. You want to read Proverbs 31. Okay, Proverbs 31, it says, basically, it talks about what a wife is supposed to be. Now, what a wife is supposed to be, okay, really depends on the husband that she's with. If you're not able to be a Proverbs 31 woman, then you really probably, that's not the person you're supposed to be with. Okay? So the thing about it is, I cannot promote divorce. I cannot promote you to leave anybody. That's not what I'm promoting. What I'm promoting is for you to understand what a Proverbs 31 woman is. It is going to be times when your spouse is full of the devil. It's going to be times where things are not going to be right. But then you have to go within yourself and see if I am right. Because sometimes if your spouse isn't doing right, then you got to look and see, well, why isn't your spouse doing right? Is it something that I'm doing wrong? Am I embodying a demon as well? Am I embodying things that a demon would do? Now, am I saying that what he's doing is your fault? Absolutely not. But what I am saying is that how you're living will gravitate the right people to you, including a spouse. Okay? So I can't ask my husband to be godly, but yet I'm out here doing devilish stuff. That's not how it works. I have to be a Proverbs 31 woman. Go ahead and read it, you guys. Don't be scared of the Bible. It's the best book ever because it literally tells you how to live. It keeps you safe, it keeps you covered, and it gives you everything you need every day. It says meditate on the word day and night. Okay, I can't go a day without reading a verse out the Bible. I'm in Psalms 2. So I would suggest that you read Psalms 2, Miss Creole. Okay, and it looks like you're an RN, and that's a stressful job, and having a marriage is a job as well. You get what I'm saying? So make sure that you get your spiritual food. Once you get your spiritual food, then you'll know the answers because the Holy Spirit will guide you. Okay, that's the message that I got for you. Yeah, yeah. And so if he has a Leviathan or a Jezebel spirit, I'm gonna tell you now. It's different when when you're married. You can't just run away. You have to ask God to help you with that and to give you discernment and to give you that, because you can't just run away from that because that is your husband. So I would, like I said, you get into your word, and that is going to build you up to be able to make decisions, because we're not supposed to lead to our own understanding. It says, acknowledge him and he shall direct your path. Don't know the verse, y'all. God is working on me. Okay, I do not know the verse. However, you can always look up what is the verse when it says lean not to your own understanding, and Google will tell you. Okay, but lean not to your own understanding, and understanding sometimes could mean your own emotions, your own reactions, your own opinions. Sometimes they can be skewed in a way in which you want yourself to go. you know and that's another thing with this. She's always off and on about, I'm getting divorced, I'm this, I'm not in, I'm not that. And she thinks that she's right in saying that and telling all of her business to the world for people like myself to criticize it. And so maybe this is what it needs. Maybe that's her saving grace, that she is so transparent. And so God, basically had this series come across my path and had me to do what I'm doing today. Okay, so I hope that helps you guys out.
And then you got to deal with how deep you dug before you go to sleep tonight.
There you go. She just said it. You're welcome. She said, and you have to dig deep enough. You have to deal with how deep you went. Didn't I just say that she wanted a friend in her issue? She said, you have to dig deep to get to me. But then you have to deal with the results of that. And she's absolutely right. And that's why you have to be careful of who you're around. A Jezebel spirit will basically have you go straight to where with it, because you went on and bit the apple too. And that's what I really should have named this series, Forbidden Fruit. But then you wouldn't know it's about Social Chanel. It's not really about her. It's bigger than her, to be honest. It's about some core things that a lot of us are going through spiritually. Okay? Guys, tap that screen. Let's get to 1,000. Likes, tap that screen, tap that screen. Share the video as well. Share the video, you guys. It's just a huge space right here, you guys. She just is, you have to see it. So I encourage you guys go back and see everything. She's pulling her hair and she's doing a whole bunch of stuff, guys. She
Really
didn't
mad about
talk.
it though. That's funny. Y'all are pressed about a hairstyle, but y'all mad at me for saying something about it. Who really mad about it though? At least the hairstyle was part of my brain. You just mad about it because of what? You just want to be mad at me?
Okay, so this is back when she had cut all her hair off. When a lot of us, um, no, she's not live now that I know of. Okay, um, a lot of us, we came in and started watching Chanel when she had a mohawk. When she was in her swag, then I felt like once she cut her hair, she lost a lot of her personality. She lost her focus. Because I'm spiritual, I feel like your mohawk kind of keeps your focus or keeps you grounded or whatever. But that's just my thought. But basically, when she basically uh cut her hair off, okay, when she cut that hair off, what is she live now? Oh, Makeup Japonica. Okay. Yeah, I couldn't even play her live while it's live anyway, because she be saying some stuff. Okay. She be saying some stuff. And I have to man. My husband just told me this yesterday. You gotta man your lives. But yeah. So anyway, when she went on and she cut all her hair off, a lot of people, I think, on this app, TT was getting on her for not looking as, the same or as feminine as she did before. So that was really getting to her. And she had to know that she would get that response because, I mean, she cut her hair off, and people can really be mean. The way her hair is, how short it is, or how long it is, I don't care about none of that. It's all about spiritual to me. And her spiritual realm is empty, empty, empty. And that's what needs to be filled, because she has a head full of braids now and she's still just as empty as ever. So, when we concentrate solely on how we look physically only, okay, you forget that it really doesn't matter, because to be honest, this body doesn't go back to God. This stays on earth, and your spirit goes back to get judged and everything, because everything we do is from internal. You do understand that's that spiritual realm, and we are what? We're not fighting flesh, but we are fighting spiritual warfare.
I think it's funny when people be mad at me for being mad at something, but now you mad at it too. But you want me to feel like I'm stupid. But you came to my page to be mad at me about what I'm mad about in my own life. Wow.
Guys, tap that screen, guys, so we can get more people in here. We want to grow. We want to get more people in here. Let's get up to 1,000.
Oh, you were here yesterday too? Okay, I'll let y'all watch.
Okay, so if y'all want to hear my original commentary, y'all going to have to actually go to that video. But basically, the commenter said, "You cry every day, girl. Be quiet." She didn't say be quiet. She said something else, but I'm not going to say those words, okay? She said be quiet. And the tears, at one time, the tears was flowing, flowing, flowing. But then I noticed that she doesn't drink water. Our tear ducts need water, right? For you to even look. If your body feels like it's dehydrated, it's not going to waste on the tears, okay? So just understand, hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. keep yourself together, because she had a face full of makeup yesterday, okay, and a fist full of tears, okay. The makeup is thickening like Duncan Hines, honey, and you can't. The wrinkles are still there. The wrinkles are coming up. Why? Because you're not sleeping. Because the devil's people don't sleep. Get delivered, sleep, and that's how you're going to heal. Because you need two components to this life. You need your body to be healthy, of course. You need your spiritual to be healthy, one. But you also need your physical body, because you're nothing without neither one of them. Let's just keep it real. If your body is all tired, you're not going to do God's will. You're not going to be able to, because you're going to be what? Not well. Okay, so hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Yes, she does cry a lot, but it is an act. It is to get attention. Okay, I notice even on this platform, on TT, unless the girl is crying, it doesn't really get a lot of views. I said, you know what? Y'all gonna have to not just give her crying videos all this love. You're gonna start giving her talking videos, because just like myself, the girl talks. If you don't have a profile picture, you're not welcomed here. Sorry. If you're too lazy to have a profile picture, you shouldn't be in this video. And I'm just keeping it 100. Respect the app. Put a profile picture up. Okay? But yeah. What, baby?
Oh no, I'm trying to get everything together.
I told him he needs to cut his hair. He a little perturbed, but I don't care. Okay? I like my man to look nice. Ain't that right?
Yes.
Let's see what else she got to say.
More this time. I don't want to keep on coming in, but I had to say something about something she said earlier. She said her hair is about her brand. She said all her cars that she drives is about her brand. She has single-handedly convinced herself that her spending issues is about her brand. Oh, is this attitude about your brand too? Like this foul attitude that she has doing?
So backhand, honey, every time she got a little piece of change, and that's all it is, a piece of change. They will go out and get a car. They will go out and get a house, get a whole new building, get clothes, get this, get that. They got everything but some food. I don't know what's going on. They hardly eat. But anyway, every time they get some money, honey, this is what they do. They go out and spend. And then they hit the live button and try to impress me. Impress me in finishing your bills, ma'am. Impress me on paying all of your bills at one time. Impress me in sending your children to college instead of war. Impress me with that. Okay? That's how I'm impressed. I'm not impressed with you getting more debt. Okay? DEBT. If you put ATH, it's death. Hello? God didn't build us to be in debt. He wants us to be prosperous and live abundantly, and there is no abundance in debt. See, Jesus paid the debt already. It was with his life. Then he rose on the third day and sits on the right hand of the Father, and he intercedes for us. But other than that, no. When he paid the ultimate debt. So to live in debt already tells me that and we all have some type of debt, don't get me wrong, but to live debt free, that is the that should be your flex, as the young folks say, is to live debt free. Because when you're not debt free, when you are living above your means, the devil will get in your head and tell you that you need to do some crazy things for change. What are some things that people do for money? When you are down and out, what are some things that you do for money? See, I earned this gray hair. The filter ain't gonna filter out gray hair. Okay? With wisdom comes age. With wisdom comes knowledge. What are some things that people do when they need money? They do everything but what they're supposed to do. So God does not want us to be in debt. And so we saw a demise or a decay or decline in the relationship when she started to get all of these cars and the dogs that she no longer has, but the dogs and the purses. It was all for social media. But the devil, to be honest, covered the situation, or basically what happened? Covered the truth of letting her know that whatever bill that you acquire to show off on camera, you actually have to pay those bills. And to be a sugar mama or to be the breadwinner becomes then a slave issue, meaning you are a slave to the rhythm. You have to work. Not wanting your partner to work and not wanting him to contribute made your life harder. So now you have to sell everything. You have to give away everything. Everything you were trying to, show off. Now you're showing it and saying, "Oh my gosh, I had to give it away." But that's something internal that is not correct. Something is empty. Something told her that material things give you happiness. Material things give you debt. Remember, a house is just to keep you warm, keep you covered from the weather, keep you safe. A car is to get you from one point to another. And clothes is to keep you covered. And so you don't go to jail for walking around nude. That's basically what it is. So I don't have to have all these names plastered on me. Louis, Gucci, Fendi. Who are these people? Who are they? Do they wake me up in the morning? Do they give me peace and sleep at night? Do they heal my body? No, they don't. Those are things that gives you absolutely nothing. If you walked over to it today and say, "Can you bless me?" it would not do nothing. It puts me in mind of the biblical times of when, the angel of death was going around and Pharaoh, he tried to pray to some God to help his son come back to life. His son never did. So this is why you're not supposed to worship money. You're not supposed to worship fame because none of it is your God. It's a lowercase g, but it's not the ultimate uppercase G God.
This
Okay.
video is that for her brand as well? Is that uplifting her brand? I wonder if the people who was watching this day, did they suddenly have an urge to go on her website and buy a dress? I doubt that. She is single-handedly making her brand a little non-professional.
I wanted to. You were here yesterday too, or Saturday? Which day did you miss? Because you was here every day. Pop tart. By the way, why do you come to my page to tell me to shut up? Yeah. Huh? I wanted to know. Oh, shit. I was waiting. I was like, yeah, y'all.
You okay?
I just said so long when you done. It wasn't a command. I actually wanted to know.
I just heard the chair.
Drop top on something though.
I thought the chair was.
No, you had a good ride. No, you had a good ride. That's your bitch. Watching lives for hours and hours. Days and days. Months and months. Years and years. Just to come down to one point and say, "Shut up, lady," in all caps. It's like, you kept looking for me.
Now, if you're trying a lady who's telling her to be quiet and all that, she was probably tired of seeing her cry every day just the next day to do the same thing over and over again. People who don't understand the word or don't have the assignment that I may have basically are going to basically get down on her level and talk the way she talks. That gives her nothing but feed her. That feeds her problem. That does not deliver her from it. That's one thing you can't do. You can't change somebody by living the way they're living. You have to live opposite. Okay, so that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to show a different way, even if it doesn't necessarily deliver her. Maybe it'll deliver some of the people who watch her. I know I've gotten delivered from these same chronicles while God puts the words in my mouth and directs me to the different word and the different scriptures. It really helps me out. In fact, it helped me to dig within myself, because the thing about it is when you are being critiquing someone else, just understand that it's going to be 4 and 5 and 10 different fingers looking at you and saying, "What are you doing? And how do you live? And you doing this?" And so I had to clean up myself and make sure I didn't embody Jezebel or Leviathan, or I didn't embody any of these spirits and these demons that she is. I had to clean myself up, which has helped me to even grow more into my faith and into the word so I can deliver it better to you. And so it's more not what I think, I give it on a godly base to give you the word so you can go and read it for yourself.
You know, if you come to my page and tell me what you don't like about me, I didn't send for you. You came looking for me. And if the people who are like jumping to all of that, I'm in a place right now mentally and emotionally where I'm gonna have to just be straight up. I'm gonna just end my ass. Cause it's silly. It's silly. Like, if it's not taking me out and it's being aimed at me and directed at me and I'm dealing with it on an every live basis, for the people who just give into it and just have to, like, say it out loud in your house. You don't have to type it. I get it. You want to agree with me, but it doesn't. It's just overwhelming.
There you have it. All of the people who come up under these videos and say this and that, and oh, this, and why you doing it? Look, she just said it. It's overwhelming for you guys to come up under her videos, and mine too, yes, and say all the good things because you want to agree with her. Honey, she doesn't appreciate that.
Okay, so one thing, when you go live, I've been going live off and on probably for going on 10 years or 9 years or whatever. One thing about being a content provider is you want people to just be on your side and you want to be your friend. But one thing God instilled in me from the beginning of being a live contributor is I actually accepted the criticism. So when someone says you're rude, eventually after hearing that I was rude for like 100,000 times, one day I just said, well, what is going on? Why are people calling me rude? So at one time I had a rule that, and that's pride, by the way. When you hear people say, oh, I can't watch my own work, that's pride because you don't want correction. So if you can't watch your own work, that means that you know that you could improve or you're afraid of having improvement. And so therefore you don't watch your own work. And so at one time in my life, when I went to start doing videos back when I was talking about holistic wellness and I was doing hair and I was doing all of that, I couldn't watch my work. But one day when I asked God, I said, well, what am I doing wrong? Okay, I asked my husband, me and my husband got an argument that day. He wasn't the person to ask, okay, because he too was going through his own struggles and whatever. And God has helped us to grow within each other. But that's another video. But what I'm saying is, he told me to look at it, and I still couldn't look at it. And so that told me right there that you needed to change. Now, rude to some people are straightforward, okay? I was operating under an ignorant spirit. I did not know how to basically make videos. Lives just came out back in 2016. We were one of the first pages to go live, and it was something that was bestowed. Sometimes a gift can be given to you too early and you're not ready for it and you ruin it. And so I always ask God if God ever gave me a chance again, and I never thought that this chance would ever come, I would use it correctly. So he eased me back into going live. I started doing voiceovers. So basically, So Chanel Chronicles have all been voiceovers, meaning I'm always behind the scenes giving my voice, but you never saw my face because I never wanted it to be about me. But how can you criticize someone and not have a moment of showing yourself, okay? To put yourself out there. But God had to work on me first. So as I started getting better at being a live contributor, the rudeness and all of that stopped. And I started building. Sometimes in the beginning, it's when you start to basically, you obliterate your own gift. You ruin, I can't say you ruin what God wants for you because nobody can do that. What's for you will always be for you. And the way things happened was for this day today, for me to be confident, but yet still be able to understand that God gives us all of our gifts, y'all. So if you are doing stuff and you're not being criticized, How are you changing? How are you getting better? So her whole platform, unfortunately, is of people who all are basically telling her it's okay, we love you. It doesn't matter what this lady does. Nobody is going to tell her anything else because number one, she's not going to listen. And secondly, guess what she's going to do? She's going to block you. Okay? Hold on, guys. We are back. Oh my God, your girl had a coughing fit. Coughing fit. But I'm using this video so I can have it on the replay, you know. So I couldn't just sit there and cough at you guys. I'm human. I do cough. But not because of what y'all think. It's because I'm using this voice that I haven't used. But anyway, I never thought that I would get this chance again. But it's because I had to take criticism and I had to take that type of vibe on this platform. Not this platform. The original platform was another platform. But my point is, when you have something like this, you have to take the bitter with the sweet. And your true trolls could be the people who just will sit there and say, everything's fine. Yeah, girl, keep going. Oh, you want to leave Teeth? Go ahead. You want to be with Teeth? Go ahead. Teeth told her she has nothing to bring to the table. And so some people said, and I had that clip on the page, guys. It was a little comical. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. When my husband and I we heard that, we laughed. I'm not going to sit here and lie because she really thinks that she brings a lot to the table because she makes money. Well, she brings something to the table, all right, but it's nothing good. Unfortunately, Teeth is not innocent. He cheated. He did his due. He actually bit the apple. She even said that she offered him the apple of having an open marriage. And he was not rooted in God, and nor is she. So you got two people who are not rooted in God doing unruly things. But just one person is woken up and wants to get away. And then you have another person who is the problem. And the problem is the wife. We can kind of see that.
She wants to do everything herself. She's causing the storm and wants to catch the storm away herself. Yeah. And just because someone doesn't agree with you doesn't mean they don't like you.
It just joins
you
you.
to be better.
Jezebel wants you to agree with her all the time, regardless. And Jezebel can be embodied in a man or a woman, so don't get it twisted, okay? But Jezebel was a woman. Jezebel was a live woman back in biblical times. She was the queen. She was the wife of. Do you know who the wife she was of? No. Let's start with an A. Okay. But anyway, yeah, she was the wife of a king. And she was the manipulator. She was the person who got him to do some stuff that was not correct. And so she was a woman who did not like correction. She did not like anybody coming up against her. She was basically a person to say off with their, cabeza, and if they came up against her, she was one of those people. But I'm going to tell you, the way she lived is the way she exited this earth. Okay, so just understand that no matter the decisions you make, you are going to reap the rewards of that situation. Everything you're doing, whether it's professional, whether it's personal, whether it's in your marriage, parenthood, everything that you're doing, good or bad, you're going to pay for it. And Jezebel don't like to hear that.
Like, you need to, because now all the comments that feel like you're taking my side, it's just boasted. It's just bolstery up like this. Let them just do it. It's just not. If God enough to sit through it and keep going mine, you can be strong enough to sit through it and not say nothing. Even if I say something.
And she's very controlling. Jezebel is so controlling. One thing you cannot do, and you have to learn this in your life. Let me shout out these people that's just looking at me and not saying jack. And it could be because I'm talking and you guys don't want to be rude. Be rude and tap that screen. Be rude and say hello. Because I'm always going to say hello back. Okay? Thank you, Miss 48821. User, you don't have a name, but you do have a profile, so you can stay in here. KJ, kicking it with Toya. Hello. Britt, hello. And I'm real. Hello. How are you guys doing? Tap that screen. I'm still not at my what I need to be. So I can't control you guys. All I can do is what? I can control myself. So if I want to get to 1,000, I'm going to try to get there myself. Because I don't request anything from somebody that I'm not doing myself. If I want, hello, Miss KJ, thanks for talking back. If I want somebody to live right, I too have to live right. If I want somebody to get delivered, I too need to be delivered. You can't ask somebody to do something that you are not willing to do. Okay? That's the name of the game.
Until you start. Call your cousin that's watching in the comments. Let me run it. Let me run it. We just step aside and let Jesus do what he needs to do. Look things and have a faithful advice. So that's how bad I feel. The faithful still I told people sharing soul bowls after his workout. And he went and got the soul bowls. I should have been more clear and said, let's go together.
He went to go get the soul bowls. Back in the day, they was all into these soul bowls, which was nothing but some ice cream or some parfait or whatever. And so she had asked T to go and get some soul bowls. He said, sure. That was his sure way to get out and get a darn break from her. And she got mad and said, darn, you went to go get the soul bowls without me. I should have let him know I wanted to go. Honey, he didn't want to be around you. See, a lot of us, we don't understand that those narcissists, Jezebel spirits will drain you. It's nothing you can do for them but to stay away and pray for them from afar and ask God to deliver them. We had somebody like that in our family. It took me many years. I had 2 Jezebels in my family. And it took me many years to have my eyes open to say, look, this is not for me. I cannot, it's nothing I can do. I can't help them. They build a bridge around them. It's full of barbed wire and all kinds of stuff. They do not want to be corrected. They do not want to do better. They want a member to come over to their side, but at no time do they want to get delivered. That's just what it is. And when you're trying to help them, you are going to get hurt. That's why you can't help them. So this is the way we help by afar, is we have these So Chanel Chronicles, not necessarily to deliver her, to help her, because we all know that that may not happen. But the people who come across these chronicles, hopefully, if they're going through something, they can get delivered. That's what it's all about. So it's bigger than her.
Let me just say this. This looks like it's going to be real petty, arguing about some soul bowls, which is some parfait. What you mean you told him what he should eat after his workout? You mean y'all discussed what y'all should partake in after your workout? It's a discussion, baby. It's not a dictatorship. A marriage is not a dictatorship. It's a discussion, baby. He knew exactly what you meant. He wanted to go and get them soul bowls on his own because you're not in a good mood. He wanted his time to drop his top of his Corvette and ride and take his time and don't have to worry about you all up.
He don't have his Corvette. See, in this darn relationship, he's Tina and she's Ike. Oh, yeah, because see, that's the proof. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That these things are spiritual, so they have no necessarily gender on them. Jezebel is not a gender spirit, meaning it's not a spirit that just embodies in a woman. It can do both. But she's Tina. She's Ike, and he's Tina. He had to get away. At one time, he said, you can have everything. Oh, yeah, we got the video up there. You can have everything. All I need is my name. That's what he said. He ain't want nothing. He just want to get out of the relationship. But see, the thing about it is, just like what I'm doing is I'm crocheting. And if I wanted to start this over, it would be a problem. Why? Because sometimes when you crochet, it's intertwined. It's hard. It's knotted up. You want to get out of it, but eventually you're going to ruin yourself trying to get out of it, like a hyena, like a coyote. If you know anything about a coyote will bite off its own limb to get out of a trap. Oh, yeah. And sometimes we had the spirit of a coyote when we're around a Jezebel. That's why we're not supposed to be around a Jezebel. How many people in here sitting here draining me? Hello, Miss T, and hi, Miss Carolyn. And hi to the person on the outside watching and don't want to come in. Come in, the water is fine. But yes, sometimes that's what we do. We make the situation worse when all you got to do is refer to the Lord and refer to his word, and it will tell you what to do. First and foremost, you don't sleep in her garden and you don't smell her flowers, T. It's too late because you've done both. But later on in life, hopefully, if you ever have it, you'll know not to go into every woman's garden. Because once you go in her garden, there is no turning back. I don't care how good the girl looks. I don't care how good she is in whatever. You gotta watch yourself. That's when your spiritual eye gotta come open. And that's not just for a man, that's for a woman too. Because he'll come all nice and shined up, got that nice sandalwood. Yeah, back in the day that was the thing, or Axe. He'll smell good, look good, talk good. Got a nice bank account, nice job, know how to smooth talk you. But you got to have your spiritual eye open, and your spiritual eye open is not between you nowhere. It's up here. It's that spirit. That's where your eye is developed, not nowhere else. So once you jump into the marital bed, whether you're married or not, if you're not married, you're committing adultery. Then everything becomes, like Robin Thicke says, blurred lines. And that's what this whole relationship is blurred lines. Okay? So we're not going to sit here and just make these videos huge and long. You guys got to keep it on, because it's about what? The race to the swift. It's not to the swift, but the one who endures. So we're going to do this, basically until we can do better, until this assignment is done. Okay? Make sure you thumbs up the video, subscribe if you haven't already, leave a comment. Okay? And cut your notifications on, so what? You can be notified when we post content. All right, guys? I'll see you on the next one.